and I really hope you can hear me from over there, because I've had to move the tripod from where it normally is, there, to there, because the sage, which I've been rambling on about for the last few months, which is doing incredibly well, it's now turned into a bit of a monster, and I can't put my tripod where I normally do. So anyway, garden's in full swing, really lovely warm day. I've got a few little jobs to do, but let's just go look at it and see what's going on. Okay. This is where the garlic was, along here. And you know, when you dig it up, because it's the first time we've really had, well, any decent garlic because of the allium leaf miner incident last year, you sort of think, why didn't I plant more? Why didn't I plant more? But I'll show you what I've got in the shed in a minute, and yeah, it should see us through for a little while. But just look at the onions behind. Good grief. Yeah, you know, again, because the allium leaf miner last year, we sort of like would half given up on growing onions, and it just goes to show. Look at that. Look at that one there. It just goes to show you can't tell with gardening what's going to happen. I never thought we'd get a decent crop. I mean, these are still bulking up. But yeah, really, really thrilled with those. Not just here though. Look at these. Look at this one. Oh, I do use onions. I know they're cheap in the shops, but we do use them, so it is a good crop for us to grow. And then, yeah, it goes all the way up here. Whee! All the way to the end there. And we've even got, oh, the wind's picked up now, I hope you can hear this okay. Onions that might grow from seed. We've got the red, I think they're called red Florence onions there. And I can't remember the name of these ones at the back, but they were grown from seed. And yeah, still going strong. I mean, the leaves are, I suppose the leaves are starting to get a little bit floppy now, but not too bad. Still some bulking up to do. This is the garlic drying out. I've actually got this rack here on top of another rack there, so it should get reasonable airflow. The only thing I am a little bit worried about in here, I know it's the shed, but it's actually quite warm. And it's meant to be a cool spot, but anyway, it's out of the sun, it's in a nice dry space, and hopefully with this being a soft neck variety, I'm going to be able to have a go at braiding it, which I've always wanted to do. So unless the mice get the garlic before it dries out completely, which is a possibility, there'll be a video at some point in the future of me attempting to braid the garlic, so that's something to look forward to. And here we are, lost amongst the pumpkin patch. They've gone mad, which I know is what they're supposed to do, but just have a look. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. I mean, the thing is, when I planted a lot of these, well, I've got about 7 Crown Prince winter squash, and I thought of them as winter squash. I didn't really think of them as pumpkins, like a fool, so I wasn't really prepared for all this. Let me just see if I can find you them. They are actually, oh, there's one, look. They're actually, and I'm right in the way, here we go. They're actually coming on quite well. What I would say, we've only actually got a couple of courgettes in here. With any of the squash though, what I'm doing, I can't see another one now. What I'm doing is, as soon as I see a fruit form, I hadn't done that one, but I'm taking the end off, the flower off, because if you leave it on, there's a tendency for it to rot, and that will give you blossom end rot, which is more commonly found on the tomato, or you think of it as being a tomato thing, but quite a few of my courgettes have suffered that way. So yeah, Crown Prince, looking forward to them. These get a lovely bluish grey skin, beautiful orange flesh, and they will store through the winter, so it's the storing that is more interesting to me. Let me just see if I've got any of the scallop ones as well. Come with me through the pumpkin patch. Here we go. I don't know if you can see any of the scallop ones forming down here. You can probably just hear lots of leaves rustling, but there are plenty to be seen in there. But also, what I was saying about the flowers, I find particularly these scallop squash are prone to rot. Let me just show you. Take that off. There we go. And I'm sure some of you will be shouting, don't throw the flowers away, you can deep fry them, have them as fritters, which you can do if you wish, but if you look at the amount of flowers we've actually got, we're not going to go short of courgette fritters. Okay, so yeah, pumpkins are doing very, very well, and assorted squash. These are the red pear tomatoes. Well, they're like green pears at the moment, but these are meant to be particularly good plum tomatoes. Now, I tried these last year and completely failed. I think the seedlings got quite early on, but this year these were just a few seeds I had left, and I've thrown them in and had a few nice plants, so hopefully, there's a few more there, hopefully I might get a nice little crop of plum tomatoes. Let me know if you've tried this variety before. Quite intrigued to see what they taste like actually, they're funny shape. And down here we've got this lettuce that, to be honest, I can't pronounce. Lobjoit? Lobjoit. It's a type of cos lettuce. And I tell you, you know, most people think, including myself, shop bought lettuce. One lettuce tastes much the same as the other one. Might be slightly crisper, might not. You can hear that crisp there, like that. This, I'm going to eat it now. That is so good. It's quite nutty. And actually, instead of just being like a filler in your salad to make your salad look a bit bigger and go a bit further, that's something you'd really look forward to eating. Really good. Unpronounceable name, gorgeous taste. Sweet corn's looking really good. So we've got the tassels at the top. There we go. We'll be doing their business pretty soon. Well, something I hadn't considered until someone else mentioned it on one of their videos the other day was at the bottom of the plants you can get suckers. Now, if you look here, I've got one there and one there. Now, what I know about suckers is that they usually take the goodness away from the main stem of the plant. So, what do you do with these? Do you just take them off? Because if so, I've got quite a bit of work to do, because I think most of these stalks have got suckers on the bottom. Let me know, what do you do with your suckers? Not come across it before, never considered it an issue, but look. To stay or to go, what would you do? For all of you out there who are showing your daily harvest of peas and talking about how glorious they taste, see that row? That row of stakes there? That was all planted. See these two little plants here? That's all I've got. Fair enough, they look fairly strong. Purple podded pea. I don't even think it's a purple podded pea plant. I think it's a rogue escapee that's come somewhere else. But that's it. That's the sum total of my peas. So by goodness, I'll be looking forward to that crop. Might take a while. Yeah, not as good as the onions. Well done to those of you who recognise this plant, this monster here. It is a horseradish. It does look a bit like pumpkin, I suppose. This was from a tiny, tiny little bit I put in when we first got the allotment. I know it spreads, and that's why I've put it in. It's sort of caged in, if you like. It's being, what do you call it? Corralled. It's corralled. Okay, I did dig a tiny bit up last year, which was just for fun really, but it's gone huge, which just knows what it's supposed to do. So what I'm actually going to try and do today, it's not ready to harvest, but I'm going to try and dig some up anyway and just see what I've let myself in for. So you can watch me dig up the horseradish. That'll be nice. Okay, I've got a small section here, but it's too near the sunflowers, so I don't want to disturb them. So I'm going for this crazy bigger bit here. So let's just have a go and see what we've got. Yes, it's a root, isn't it? And I'm trying to dig it with a fork. Oh my goodness. So that's something snapping. So I'm going to have a snapped horseradish by this the wrong time of year to have horseradish, because you tend to think to go with the roast dinners and that sort of thing. Let's have a look what I've got. Let's just see if I can see anything. You're probably supposed to take the leaves off first. Oh my goodness. Alright, okay. I suddenly don't know if this is a good idea. Probably isn't, but never mind. Let's have a go. Oh, this poor thing. Right, I'm off to get a spade. Hold on. It's saying, leave me alone. I'm quite happy, thank you very much. You'll probably hear a snap in a minute. But to be honest, I think we've got plenty of it to make do. Right, David Bellamy. Do you remember him? Oh, in amongst the greens. Yeah. Hey, I've got some. Hey, I've got a very small, yes, damaged, definitely, but a bit of horseradish nonetheless. Poor thing. Look how healthy that was. I feel a bit bad actually. Still, I'll eat it. That'll make it feel better. Yeah, so if you're thinking of growing horseradish, maybe think again. That's another one. Oh dear. Oh, that's a bit of fun. These are the... Oh, let me have a look. I think they're sun gold. Oh no, golden sunrise in the greenhouse. And you know what? Much as I'm so excited about them, I'm terrified they're going to get blight. I mean, look, is that one truss? That is, well, yeah, one extended truss. That is gorgeous. The rest of the tomatoes are, yeah, they're doing equally as good actually. I've got the only other things I've got, I mentioned last, oh, I've just spotted something. Oh, hold on there, sorry, watering can. Just spotted the first chilli. Don't know what sort of chilli it is, but yeah, that's one. Because these have taken a long time to get going, these. I mean, you can see they need a water. And actually, look, pesky whitefly on them now as well. So yeah, soapy water and a little bath to get them going. But yes, first chilli. Oh, still using up ones from last year. Pleased with that. But other than that, we have got the cucumbers. At the back, I've got one Marmande, no, not Marmande, what is it, Market More, and one lemon cucumber. Aubergines are looking really healthy, and the rest of the tomatoes are doing well. Yes, so I'm not going to faff around too much in the greenhouse today because, well, it's too hot for a start. Just come out, you can tell, can't you? Because, and I'm going to show you up here, I'm going to do, oh look, I feel like Annika Rice in Treasure Hunt. Here we go. Because once I've done this job here, I do not want to go back near the tomatoes. These are our early potatoes. We've dug up the kestrel already, which was there, and we've got some leeks in that spot. I mean, that's what it's like, isn't it? You just keep filling the space that becomes available. But these are our Charlotte potatoes, and you can see now they're showing signs. It's always difficult to tell whether they're just dying off or whether they're showing signs of blight. I mean, I think it'd be early blight, not the terrible, terrible one. But if you look here, roving reporter, there we go. There's these lesions here. And to me, I don't want them to get so far that they're going to start damaging the stem, because once the stem's damaged, then that transfers to the tubers. So much as, I mean, if you look at these ones, these are still looking okay. I don't want the whole lot to be ravaged to blight. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take the tops off these and dig up a few tubers because I want some for my tea, but leave the rest under the ground just for a couple more weeks. But as long as they haven't got disease leaves, they should be okay. So that's my job for today. I think I'm going to have a nice drink first. I just thought you might like to see the view where I sit when I have my drink. It's just a lovely, lovely, quiet place to sit and watch the things going around you. Okay, you can see for now where I have taken off the leaves. We can still see where to harvest because we've got the mounds and the troughs there, so we know that's where the potatoes are going to be. And I am going to leave them really, and well, at least for a couple of weeks. I'm going to take up some for tonight and some to pass on to my mum and dad because they like them. But other than that, I'm going to leave the others in the soil. Hopefully now they should be quite safe under there, and it'll just allow their skins to thicken up a little bit more before we dig them up. Oh, good heavens. Good grief. Can you see? These can't be Charlotte potatoes. Wow. That's ridiculous. Have we just left them in the ground too long? Maybe that's why they were dying off. Look at those. Right, okay. First plant. I mean, that's, you know, to be honest, I would have thought they'd be that size. But, wow. Good for you, potato. These tiny, you know, I know a lot of people just discard these tiny ones, but I like them, just boiled whole. Look at that then, that was first dig. That was clearly a big shock. I don't know if I need another one now, I've better had. I bet the next one's not very good. Let's just have a look. Oh, look at this. Look at this now. Actually, if you look at these, it looks like a spade's gone into them at some point. But they're fine. That's toughened up and over, so... crikey heck. Right, always looking for these. They always get lost. So I'll throw it over there where I'll lose it again. Okay, so, dig a bit more. Very pleasantly surprised, but I'm not often pleasantly surprised. Okay, I'm going to go, just going to work forward, because the idea was I would dig up two. There's another one. Oh God, there's another. Crikey heck. Okay. And whether we'll get anything off this one. Look at that. Now I'm going to check. Here's my sign, look. Charlotte. 2nd of April. So what does that mean? 2nd of April, May, June, July. So it's had 100 days at least, hasn't it? So, okay. Look at these. Wow. I'm doing this very slapdash, aren't I? I'm not being methodical here at all. Just do a little bit of weeding while I'm here. Pull these up. Yeah, I really want to do this. Oh, good grief. Right, okay. Very pleased with this harvest. Oh. I mean, they're decent size, aren't they? I know they're not the size of bakers that you get in the shop, but I'd bake them. I love baked potato. Especially when you do it for, oh crikey, when you do it for quite a long time. If you put them in the oven, wrap them in foil, and just put them in the oven. Forget about them for a few hours, but not completely. Otherwise, that would be a disaster. Yeah, only a couple off that. That probably means that I just haven't dug them up properly. I'm going to try not to. Oh, too hot now. Serves me right. It's a really warm day, and it's about 3 o'clock. Mad fools and Englishmen. No, yeah, mad fools and mad dogs. Okay, anyway, what I wanted to do hello, what I wanted to do was just go through what I've got. So before, obviously, I am not going to walk home like this with all the other paraphernalia, so I'm just going to try and multitask again as I'm talking. This poor old horseradish, honestly, don't feel too sorry for it though, because there's loads of it. It's a bit of a bully. So I'm going to chop the ends off that. Now really, I don't know what to do with it, apart from grate it and put it in things, and you can make like a horseradish sauce. So any creative suggestions for what to do with your horseradish, do let me know. Pop those over there. Other things I've noticed recently when I've been looking at people's adventures, their gardening adventures, I've noticed that so many people are harvesting things that I'm weeks away from yet. I know people are harvesting loads of tomatoes, cucumbers, beans. Loads of people are harvesting the beans. I mean, you saw what happened to my peas, but the beans are looking really healthy. But yeah, we've got a couple of weeks to go. I mean, I suppose I'm in the middle of England, so maybe that's it. I know if you're further south, you're probably a couple of weeks ahead. But it's quite nice because it gives you something to look forward to. So yeah, so I really came down today. Oh, that's proper horseradish. Ooh, makes your eyes water. When I came down today, I didn't really expect to be taking too much back. You know, the potatoes, obviously, but I've got my horseradish. Put the bag there. I've got first of the onions, and to be honest, I would have left that for longer. But Mum and Dad, I was talking to them earlier, and they wanted an onion. So rather than go to the shops and get an onion, they're going to wait for me to go tomorrow before, sorry, I've still got this chest infection, before they use an onion for any culinary purposes. So I'm taking them that. So actually they're quite honoured because that is our first onion. I'm leaving the green on that for now. Oh, a few diddly carrots. I just couldn't wait to pick them up. And how pretty are they? They're so pretty. I've probably wafted carrot aroma everywhere now, so I'm hoping we won't have an attack of carrot fly, but they're just very sweet. What's right? Oh yeah, the lob juts lettuce. If I remember, I'll put the name on. Absolutely gorgeous cos lettuce. I do like cos lettuce anyway, and you tend not to get it in the shops, do you? You tend to get the looser stuff. In fact, so many people now don't even bother buying lettuce, they just buy the bags of leaves, which are a different thing again. So I've got soil everywhere, I do apologise. One of those, a couple of nice radish, ready to go, more radish, and of course the potatoes. So I couldn't resist going back and getting a few more. You know, it's like when you start digging and you think, oh, I wonder how many are in this one. So I'm amazed at those, to be honest. I probably shouldn't be. You're probably all thinking it's just an ordinary potato, but I really did think they'd be, I thought that would be the maximum size, but look. I need to keep that there so it fills the hole in my truck. Rhubarb as ever. Oh, I really have had this chest infection for about 3 weeks now. It saps your energy. Oh dear. It's just it's just not nice when you walk towards people and cough and they walk away quickly, and people are doing that to me now. Mind you, they used to do that anyway. Right, over on Vivi Gregory's channel, if you haven't been there, and I'm sure you have, go. She's wonderful. She is growing not all of her own food, but most of her own food for a year. She's given up nursing for a year to see if she can live off what she grows. And yeah, so follow her adventure. It's really interesting following her adventure for a year. But one of the things she does, she makes the most of everything that she grows. And so she's got no space to just have, it is beautiful, her garden. But you know, everything serves a purpose. And one of the things that she does is she makes, oh, butterfly. She makes it, sorry, not many butterflies around this year. We have a buddleia in the back garden. Haven't seen a butterfly on it yet. Seen loads of cabbage whites, but not the nice ones. Anyway, she is a big fan of making her own, I think you are, Vivi, I've got this impression, making her own salves and oils and that sort of thing. And so what she's done on her last video, or the one before, depending when you're watching this, is she is using her calendula as a crop, which she is picking and drying, and once it's dry she will be showing us what she does with it. So I'm going to dry my calendula along with Vivi and wait to see what she does with the petals afterwards. That's why, by the way, that is why I'm shoving these calendula in here. I thought it'd be quite a good place to shove them in this, what do you call it, sieve, because they can all be separated. I'm going quick now, and it'll just let the air get to them. So I'll leave them in the shed, I won't take them home. I mean, otherwise I've been picking these and just putting them in vases at home. They're beautiful. The colour, even my Instagram page, I don't know how many pictures I've got of the marigolds at night, because even like in the evening, 9 o'clock, they're luminous, they're absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave those there in the shed. That's my phone ringing, can you hear that? It's ringing again. I'm ignoring it. Oh, I can't ignore it. Back in a sec. It just stopped. Right, typical. Yeah, so I'm going to dry those in the shed, and I'm going to keep cropping those and drying them as we go. I mean, actually, look at that. How beautiful are they? You can use the leaves in salads, I think, but they are just gorgeous. Yeah, and I look forward to making some salve and that sort of thing. Anyway, yes, I think I've covered everything. I'm desperate not to make such a long video because I know I go on. So there'll probably be a fair bit of speeding up and cutting out. But yeah, I hope you're harvesting, you're starting to harvest, you're looking forward to harvesting. You haven't got blight, and that your garden is bringing a smile to your face, because it certainly does mine. Okay, and I'm going to go and see who that was on the phone, and hopefully see you soon. Okay, bye.